What's going on, guys? How's everybody doing? Welcome back to my channel. And if you're watching this video, I just want to say hi. My name is Tim Berg. I'm an online fitness coach, and I specialize in helping men lose body fat, become the most confident spiritually, become the most confident physically, and the most confident mentally in order to get them down to single digit body fat, get them shredded, and put them in this position where they are in the most confident feeling, just most confident way you could possibly feel. You know, you're in the best shape of your life, you have the best faith with God in your life, and you are prioritizing not only your mental, physical, but your spiritual health, which is priceless at the end of the day. Today, I'm going to take you through a story on the first time that I ever did a bodybuilding prep. And I want to talk to you guys about that experience and explain how it altered my life and how it changed my life forever. So, as of right now, I am currently cutting. I'm going to be getting lean. I'm going to be cutting down, maintaining when I get lean. And I have done multiple cuts, but this cut I'm not worried about. I'm in about a 500 calorie deficit. I'm very active. So I'm eating about 2,300 calories a day, single ingredient, whole foods prioritized, and I feel great. You know, I'm focused on me. I'm focused on my faith, my fitness, and I'm focused on my family and, clients and people I'm close with. And when I first ever did I did my first ever bodybuilding prep, it was January of 2025. I had a friend, he was doing a bodybuilding show, and he was like, "You should just do it with me. You should do this prep with me." And I already planned on losing body fat, so I was like, sure, why not, right? So I ended up, I was about 100, I think I was like 200 pounds, 190, 200 pounds-ish, give or take. I was fluctuating because during December of 2024, I kind of just said, screw it. I'm not even going to care how much weight I gain. I was trying to bulk up, but I was basically, long story short, I was just eating like 3,500, 4,000 calories a day, eating what I could. I really wasn't hungry. Like my ghrelin and my leptin hormones were still level. And ghrelin is what makes you full, and leptin is what makes you you can stop eating. Like you can't just eat endlessly. It's your hunger cues, your hunger hormones, how hungry you feel, how hungry you are. And on top of that, how much your body is craving fat. Because when you start losing body fat, your body doesn't know it's intentional, right? It thinks it's starving, and it wonders when it's going to get this next, because our bodies are designed to hold body fat to keep us alive. It's energy. Fat is energy at the end of the day. So, like I said, January, my friend, he's like, "I'm doing this bodybuilding prep. You should do it with me." And I was like, you know what? I'm already going to be cutting. Sure. So January hit. I went from 190-ish to about 175 in the first month, give or take. And, you lose 15 pounds in a month. It's not really that big of a deal because 8 or 9 of it's probably water, sodium, glycogen, and then the rest of it was fat. So I kept losing fat, and, I was getting leaner and leaner and leaner. And, I would pop pictures up and stuff like that, but I'm going to do a whole separate video of my entire fitness journey, where it'll be a long video where I sit down and talk about everything A to Z, beginning fitness to end. But for this, I'm just going to talk about this specific prep. So January 2025, I lost about 15 pounds, 190 to 175-ish. February, I lost more fat. I went from 175 to 162. Then I went from 162 down to 154, 155 in March. And then April hit, and this is where things got bad, because January, I was in about a 500 calorie deficit. I wasn't going too crazy. I was sustainable, just adding more cardio in. And then, me and my friend, we lowered our calories. We were at 2,000, 1,900, I think. So slowly cutting down the calories, keeping the cardio high. Then March hit, and I think we were at 1,800 calories, 30 minutes of cardio a day. And then April, biggest mistake of my life. I cut my calories to 1,500, and I was doing an hour of incline treadmill a day on top of training. So I was just frying my brain. I remember every single day, literally like basically like leaning on like the wall. Like I was so exhausted because if you don't know how big of a deficit that is, our bodies have something called a BMR, a basal metabolic rate. Basically, it's the rate of which our body burns, burns calories. So by me breathing, me filming this video, me moving my hands, me standing up, sitting down, all these things are a part of our total daily energy expenditure. But our body my body probably burns about 15 to 1700 calories a day just digesting food, breathing, pumping blood. That is how we burn calories. And I was eating less than my body was just naturally burning a day, on top of doing an hour on the incline treadmill every day, walking 20,000 steps, working out, and I was just frying my brain. And keep in mind, January, no cheat meals. February, no cheat meals. March, no cheat meals. No refeeds, nothing. So April comes around. I'm basically at like 10% body fat at this point. And I'm like, okay, I'm excited for this cheat day. And that's all I could think about. Like, I genuinely became so food focused that all I could think about was food. All that was on my mind was donuts, cookies, cheesecake, like ice cream. And you might be like, bro, like, what are you talking about? Like, that's all awesome. But I don't even like those foods. Like, I like cookies. I mean, who doesn't? I mean, I'll have a donut, but I'm not even like that big of like a cheese. I've never even had cheesecake. I've never even had donuts really. And I was craving them. Like, I literally remember one day in that deficit, I couldn't sleep either, because when you're eating that much, you barely sleep because your body's just cooked. And my central nervous system was shutting down. I was fried. Zero sex drive, zero libido, zero interest in literally anything. Nope, like extremely irritable. And I remember, I'll never forget this. I remember was craving a strawberry cream filled donut, and that's when I realized something was wrong, because I hate strawberry cream and I don't like the filled version of it. Like, still, like after you're done with a bodybuilding prep or like an extreme calorie deficit, typically you look back and you realize where you went wrong at times. But you really, like, when you realize, oh, I can have these foods, like, you're not really craving it anymore. Like, if someone told you, yeah, you can never have a cookie again, you'd probably start craving cookies a little more naturally, because we want what we can't have. That's kind of how humans operate. But at the same time, I mean, it fried my brain. Like, I literally remember being like, wow, like, I'm just cooked. Like, I can remember being like fried. Like, I was like constantly looking at cheat meals. I had a whole plan mapped out. Like, we're going to go to Culver's. We're going to go to Dairy Queen. We're going to go to Buddy's Pizza. We're going to go to Little Caesars. We're going to go to Domino's. We're going to go to McDonald's. We're going to go to KF. Like, I literally had so much planned out. I'm not even over exaggerating. So what happened? Well, I didn't have a reverse diet in place. And a reverse diet is after you lose the weight you intend, you say, okay, I lost the fat. I'm going to increase my calories slowly until I don't lose or gain weight. And that's your new life. Because when you lose body fat, you can't go back to your old way of eating before, I promise you. Unless you plan on just bulking again, you can't. And body dysmorphia will hit you like a truck after you lose body fat and you see abs for the first time and you're super lean. And, you don't want to lose that physique you just worked so hard for, but I didn't know this at the time. So May 1st, I remember I was peak leanness, and me and my buddy did a cheat day video. I can remember that cheat day. I ate 14,000 calories in a day. I was up 23 pounds the next morning. And I felt awful. My face was so puffy. It's kind of puffy right now just from inflammation, and also I just started dieting, so my cortisol's through the roof. But I remember it was terrible. And we ate everything. Everything you can imagine in one day. McDonald's, pizza, we went to IHOP, we got Texas Roadhouse, candy, burgers, cookies, cakes, You know, candy, like sweet, sour, savory, salty, anything you could think of, we got. Anything. You name anything. Vanilla ice cream, we got it. Crumble cookie, we got it. Just normal soda for the heck of it, we got it. A box of cereal, the whole thing, yup, got it. I'm not even joking. And I did this for weeks, like literally like weeks and weeks and weeks, not 14,000 every day, but 6,000, 7,000 calories a day. And I didn't get really fat, but I gained some fat for sure. And I just remember hating the way I looked, and it was like a terrible experience. And I remember like having to diet to lose all that body fat, and it's just not worth it. You know, doing that level of a competition is not for everybody, and I've accepted it's not for me. It's not that I'm not disciplined enough to do it. I already did it and I could do it again. But we don't have relationships as food for say. It's just nutrition. You know, you can't give food power. You are the master. Food is the slave. You know, so many people, they eat food and they're grabbing it like you don't have to rush towards the food. The food comes to you. You know, you're the master. Food is your slave. Food is fuel. And when you imagine, you know, you have this car and you're putting gas in it, and then like, you know, it drives and you give it the proper amount of fuel. That's what glorifying God is, you know, with your body. And imagine if you just took gas, put it into a car, and you just kept filling it until it, like, literally gas was coming out of like the tires. Like, not that you get the point. Like, gas is literally coming out of the actual like texture of the car. Like, gas is coming out of the hood because of how freaking full it is. Like, that's how it is when you overflow your body and you put on all this excess body fat. It's sitting on your bones, it's hurting your body. All that visceral fat that's making your organs have to work harder. It makes you sad. And that's why I would never really do a bodybuilding prep probably again. I love helping clients with prep. I love helping people lose body fat and sustainably. But aggressive dieting and losing body fat at an extreme rate can definitely take a toll on your hormones. It can take a toll on your mental, and it can definitely ruin your perspective on food if you're not careful. So I just wanted to share this experience with you guys because summer's coming around, and I know a lot of you are probably dieting and trying to get leaner and lose fat just in general, but especially for the summer. People always say, I want to be cool for the summer. And it's like, that's great, but make sure you take your time, make sure you do it right, make sure you get enough. I would say 3 biggest things. Never cut your calories, just eat more. Like move more. Like, let's say you have 2 options. You could eat 1,600 calories a day and walk 5,000 steps, or you could eat 2,200 calories a day and walk 10,000 steps. Always walk more, always do more. 2, take your time. It's a lifestyle, it's a marathon, it's not a sprint. No one's keeping tabs. No one's taking the time. I know you want to get there, but it's not about the destination. It's about the journey. Because if you're focused on the journey, you'll maintain it for life. If you're focused on the result, you'll only maintain it for a week. And lastly, get enough healthy fats. I can't emphasize this enough. Get at least 30% of your calories from fats. So that means if you're 150 pounds, aim to get 50 grams of fat a day. That means if you have 2,200 calories a day, you better be getting at least like 77, 78 grams of fat. If you're eating, you know, just focus on the healthy fats. Eggs, focus on beef, you know, butter, olive oil, avocado. Focus on fats that are going to make you satiated and that are going to help you. Don't focus on peanuts and peanut butter and all that. And just take your time. You know, God wants us to love our temple. And if you can't appreciate your body where you are right now, how can you appreciate it down the road? So I hope you enjoyed this video. And if you did like it, please be sure to share it with a friend. And if you did make it to the end, make sure you guys let me know what your thoughts